Hello, this is a game between Robin and Olesia. Robin plays black, Olesia plays white. Robin starts with a micro Chinese opening. Then we have a Joseki, another Joseki, avalanche Joseki. Mm, small avalanche, yes, and then black can extend. Why can black extend? Why is it possible? Because sometimes black plays this move because the other move is not possible. What is going on? Black would like to cut, but then white captures the stones in ladder. So before playing there, black needs to add a move, and then if white plays from this side, black will cut, and black will be happy. This old Joseki is good for black. So after a move of black around here, white usually would play this one or this. And then which do we prefer, A or B? Well, maybe this extension is better than the tiger's mouth, but white might crawl once more. And if black extends once more, then white can already connect here, and the corner is already dead. So this would be good for white, because white managed to connect and still kill the corner. So black doesn't want to extend, black wants to cut now, but then there is a ladder, and this ladder works for white, meaning black is dead, if there is stone not at A but at B. So if there is Komoku facing the other side, then the ladder is good for white. But if there is this 3-4 point or a star point, then black can run. And if black can run, it means that white cannot crawl. And if white cannot crawl, then white's only choice is to block here. So this is what happened in the game. Yes, this is a Joseki. So black can play at A only if the ladder is good for black. Then black cut, yes, this is a Joseki, just like this. And then black has a few possibilities, I think two. One is push, and one is jump. This net looks like it works, but it doesn't. If white wants, white can go out. Should white Atari now? Maybe not, because black has an inherent co-threat, a local threat. So then maybe black will just ignore a threat of white. Yeah, and this might be good for black, I think. So maybe white doesn't play the Atari, but rather goes here, I think. And then we can go into a variation like this, which is quite complicated. Yeah, and black also doesn't have to go into this. Black can also give away the stones or Tenuki. I am not sure. But what happens if white starts with these moves? This is also a way out. Maybe better than the other one. Yeah, also a variation to consider. Black can also push, then white needs to jump, yes. And the next move of black, where should black play? Black attached from this side, which surprised me a bit. I rather expected creating a wall or maybe playing this key move. I don't know how well it would work, but oh, I think it's possible to fight like this. It looks like a vital point of white shape. This one, okay, it's also good. It commits to the stones on the left side, but white also doesn't have easy choices. So now white went like this, and black found a Tetsuji. If white connects, black can even play double hane. If white plays here, then black will have this incentive, maybe now, maybe later. And if white plays this move, then black can play here. And capture white's 3 stones. But on the other hand, white captures the outside stones. But then black captures this. And who is this good for? How to judge? White got a Ponuki, but black connected everything. But then white has also this move, very annoying move. Black needs to answer. Well, black can capture the ko once, and black did. And then black needs to answer. Because, yeah, white can get too much. So how to judge it? Maybe white gained enough. Maybe white gained enough. But probably it's more or less even result. On the other hand, wouldn't we like to keep the groups separated? So difficult to judge if it's good to let them connect, but then get the outside. Black plays this thread, but usually we would prefer this one. However, we cannot use it for this ko because then white just plays here. So we need to Atari, but it's a minus for points. Then white uses this one, and black connects, and then we have a standard continuation on the bottom right. So, well, koi went good for white, but then probably, I am not sure if white would attach here now. If not a call, well, it's normal also, it's not a strange move. When the opponent has such a formation, it's also common to attach. White created a shape, black played this double hand, this is a joseki, yes. Then white goes like this, and the next move of white, where should it be? So I strongly believe in this tiger's mouth. This looks just very good, or in this one, which also is a very good shape. I think it's good to just play a shape like this, because if we play something else, then our opponent can play there and annoy us. If not now, then maybe later. But also, this is painful. I don't know if this push is not too much, but then black, yeah, maybe black should extend, and then maybe we still have time to play it. So all right, push is all right, but black started a fight with this move, and white went for it. Interesting exchange. Probably this exchange aims at variations like this. Maybe white thought that without the exchange it won't be possible, so white exchanges in beforehand. Then black crawled. Black really didn't want to give white that stone, that descend. Difficult to say who it is good for, because these exchanges look painful for black, but black was forced to play them, otherwise white stone at A would work too well. But on the other hand, white is split and white's group on the bottom is thin. Difficult to judge. Cut is good. I think cut is good. Then white needs to go out. This is a good move. And then how to play. We would really like to play here, but then black can play like this, and cut. And Olesia didn't like this scenario. It doesn't look promising for white. So instead, Olesia found a very surprising move, but a good one. White played here. Yeah, so white is basically out, and the shape is cannot be cut. Interesting, good move. Black plays here trying to enclose white, but maybe it's too much. Maybe we can play more simple moves. Yeah, we will not enclose white, but we won't be in a big trouble either. And we can play moves like this, which are annoying for white. Yeah. It's a normal game. But black tried to enclose white, and it led to a collapse of black. So now white cut like this, and I thought that maybe white is forced to play here. Which is also not bad. But white played much more aggressive. White played from this side. And we have a fight in which, well, someone might die. Now white went down. Interesting move. So probably the idea behind this move is that black cannot Hane, because then we will cut Atari, and capture. So that's why white goes down instead of playing here. Now black can Hane. So looks very, very smart. Sorry. Looks very smart, but in fact, black has another possibility. After this cut of white, black can play here, and then Atari. And now white cannot capture black because of the shortage of liberties of white. So white needs to play here, basically. Maybe Atari first and here, but then black has time to extend. White extends, black pushes. White can play on the outside, but then maybe white will be forced to live. So it's not too bad for black, and then maybe we should play here. And if our opponent cuts, then actually it is not necessarily a Tesuji. And if our opponent plays from the other side, then the descent is bizarre. It is probably worse for liberties than a simple connection. But black was afraid, so black played this, thinking that it's not a problem, but in fact it gives white a stone at q2, which is very important because later white can live. Black played here now, and white tried. Aha. I thought that white will try. Yeah, white didn't. White didn't try. White could try to capture black, but wait, what's the issue here? Mm, yeah, the issue are liberties. Black can already start taking white's liberties, and white has one less. So yeah, white cannot do it. And if white plays like this, hoping to get this result, then black will actually counter by cutting. And it's also not good for white. So white played amazing exchange now. So white wants to make life. But before doing it, white played this exchange and only then made life. Why this exchange? So if we don't play this exchange, then later black can start a call. And this call is a bit easy for black because even if black loses, white just lives, but no big damage happens to black. But if we have this exchange, let's say black can also play here. If we have this exchange, then starting the call is much more difficult for black because white gets more. So black answered in this way, but it still achieves the goal that later if black starts the call, white plays here, black goes there, white plays this exchange first and then captures. And then, yeah, black uses the threat and white plays here. So black's damage is huge. So white was very, very precise in this fight and played this exchange before making life. Amazing play by Olesia, really strong. Then black extends because black doesn't want to play here. But yeah, I would consider just cutting, even though it gives white the outside. But I really don't want to go back to living with two eyes at n2. But in the game, black finally did this move because now white has already many liberties. So that's why maybe the cut was better. And like this, yeah, Olesia goes out. Also a good move. I was thinking about this one, but in fact we can play here because we are not afraid of this move. White anyway has k1 in center and we can simply bump from above. So yeah, a good move at h4. Then black just plays in the corner to create some strength. But yeah, wow, Olesia played even from the outside. And probably black must split white, but it's also not very promising. But if black lets white connect, then the game is already easy for white. So what happened? Well, there was the area of black. Then black tried to enclose white with this move. White didn't manage to capture black stones, but black lived only with two eyes. And white is, well, white is not yet alive, but black can kill it only in a two-stage call, right? Even if black wins it once, black still needs to start the other call. And also this call is very heavy for black because white can continue and capture black's group. So white is almost alive. Black finished up split on the outside, and now white just connects everything, and black still needs to add a move to live. So, or maybe not. Yeah, to live unconditionally, black would need to add a move. Yeah. So instead, black didn't play there, but then white immediately followed with this killing sequence. Black has a way to start a call by playing this one. Now white needs to continue here. And it's a call. White cannot play this one, right? And if black plays here, then it's also a call. Yeah. But black played wrong, black just connected, and then black died unconditionally. Yes, there is some compensation, maybe at q10, like here black will be able to play. For now, black starts the call, thinking that he has threats. But yeah, this is so great call threat for white, which is anyway a move which white wanted to play in this call. And white was very calm in this call because, yeah, white has threats, and since black would need to add one more move, Yeah, these threats of white are probably enough. White already killed a group of black, and yeah, maybe white's group is bigger, but then white also gets so much on the outside. So black needs to answer to these white threats. And then white's threat was in the end not so big, but still it was big enough. Very interesting move. Trying to attack black and also connect all the stones, right? We want to be more active than playing here, but we're afraid that if we play there, then later there will be cutting points in the shape, maybe like this or maybe like that. So white plays this tiger's mouth, unexpected. Here black cannot do much. So black goes out, but then white managed to cut off that group. Black dies and black resigned. This is how this game went. Yeah, I think that starting from this fight, it went all very good for Olesia. This is an amazing exchange, which helped really a lot later in the call. And black shouldn't play this exchange because it helped white. Later, yeah, here we had a little mistake by black. Black should play here or Tenuki also. Maybe we can just play there. If white spends one more move to kill, is the game good for white? White has a lot on the bottom, 10, 20, 30, maybe 40 on the top, 15 on the right side, 5. So 60 points for white plus Komi. And black has on the right 10, 15, maybe up to 25. On the left side, maybe up to 10. And then on the top, there is a lot of potential. So the game is playable, yeah. Yeah, and also, like, in fact, it would be a bit good if we can play this move, because then white's group on the bottom becomes much more heavy, much more possible to kill. So I don't recommend to play at p9, but if we can get that move in some fight, then it would be very much helping in the call, which might later appear. Maybe black was a bit too much rushing into this call, but yeah, also the big problem was this exchange, which made black completely dead. All right, so in the end, the fights went better for Olesia. So that's it about this game. Thank you for listening.